back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test server, and if you notice over on the Facebook page, there are a couple things that are coming for the Labor Day event that is coming up pretty soon. There are, again, a Labor Day holiday event. It is going to be kind of a couple things, kind of all-inclusive. Number one being the engraving rewind. So this is one of the biggest questions that I've gotten about. Is it worth engraving rewind? And if you've checked over on Reddit, guys, there has been probably 100+ posts on the engraving rewind. Ultimately, look to your meta guides. Look to the heroes that you have engraved. Even looking at here, I have Grez, I have Oden, Ainz, I have Lucretia, I have a Star, and I have Scarlet. Out of those heroes, guys, the engraving rewind, unfortunately, I'm not going to use for any of these. Some players might say that Ainz doesn't need engraved, but looking in the campaign, looking at the utilization for him, works incredibly well. A Star the same. A Star gets a little bit of a bonus when it comes to the being built out with the engraving, with the +60 engraving. Again, I know she's not really the biggest priority. Really, the biggest focus that you want to put in engraving is the damage dealers. Again, I've said this before, when it comes to the ability for a hero to deal damage, when you look at the different ones, like you look at Scarlet, you look at Kren, you look at Raku, you look at Oden, you look at Grez, you look at Ainz, you look at Lucretia, a lot of those heroes will do incredibly well having the stats behind them, having the abilities, having the damage amplified through being built. Now, some of the heroes that also do perform exceptionally well, Mishka is one. Guys, this +60 engraving in Mishka is super, super strong. It is a very, very strong build. Again, and it's kind of outside of the norm because it is kind of the tanking crowd control realm that Mishka lives in, but it works incredibly well. And a lot of the newer heroes work super well with the engraving. I don't have Helos on here. I don't have him unlocked, but his 60 engraving, guys, actually gives a massive amount of energy when the opponents are shielded. Very, very strong to have the engraving on him. Again, there are a few heroes that are kind of the exception to the damage aspect when it comes to really engraving them. So you have a focus on probably about 7 of them. I know, again, some of the other heroes such as Saurus. Saurus is a hero that a lot of players were looking to really reset. Saurus, I'm kind of on the fence about, just because of a couple reasons. One, it does give him some damage mitigation, also some additional damage, which kind of deals with some of the survivability issues that he has. In addition, in the Wilder Tower, he does incredibly well within the Wilder Tower and a couple other aspects of game mode. He used to be one of the primary and the only maximizing damage dealer within the Twisted Realm, which has been replaced now with Scarlet and Grez. The combination of those two have worked exceptionally well, which is the reason, again, why I'm on the fence with going ahead and resetting him over on our YouTube account. Now, some of the other parts that are coming with this, of course, we have the Isle of Gold event. The Isle of Gold event will actually be coming up on global servers pretty soon. I think probably another day or two. I am really focusing on maxing out the morale in here. As we go ahead and level this up, we do get the passive resources that you see right here, but pillaging is the big one, guys. Pillaging accounts for, and again, over on Reddit, a couple different places, they said that pillaging, once you get the morale up quite a bit, accounts for about 80 to 90% of the resource production that you see within the Isle of Gold, especially when you get in higher levels. That is the reason, guys, in here, I am going with the full build out of flowers. So I'm actually changing all of these buildings originally, and when I do everything else on the accounts, I'm going to build all of these flowers, guys, because the flowers do stack the attack boost. We want to get these flowers up as fast as possible, actually building them out as fast as possible, so we can maximize the damage that we're doing. But in addition, the flowers do bring a lot of promotion. But this is the building, guys. This is the one, the Fountain of Blessing is the one that you want to max out more than anything. You can see, guys, every single level that I gain in there, it does give me a little bit more and more bonus loot, which is awesome. My 133 goes to 136.5. This is the building, guys, level 5, level 10. You want to take this actually all the way to level 30 ASAP, guys. It is the biggest building that you want to build. All of your resources, though, resources you do want to take to level 10. Once you get them to level 10, if you're building them up a little bit higher, there's not a benefit, and that is where a lot of players are kind of on the fence with. There will be a loss reduction, but as far as the production it does not have an increased production, which again is the reason why so many players do not like how this was built. When we originally did the first iteration of this, the higher these buildings were, the higher level, the more resources you got, which as we know, unfortunately, that is not the case. But these guys, your memorial will not drop below 4. We're trying to up the movement. We're trying to get a couple bigger flowers in here so we can continue to build these up, and also maxing out again the morale in here to really carry the teams that we have. Again, I could have built all these. I know I am losing out quite a bit when it comes to just putting more flowers in here. But this is the strat that I'm going to use on my YouTube account. I'm going to level up and build all flowers, focusing on the pillaging aspect and also getting the opportunity to pillage more. So you can see right here, guys, I have 3 of 2. So I actually gained an extra pillage attempt out of there, which is pretty cool. These we want to get to level 5, of course, or we want to take these to level 10 as we continue to build those up throughout there. Now, another thing that we have going on right now, guys, is the Dreamland doubles. Make sure during the event that you are maximizing this out, guys. You get an incredible bonus when it comes to the hellscape, and it comes to the bonuses in here, guys. The further that you can push this, the better it is going to be. I'm currently ranked 12, and you can see the loot we're getting out of here, which is very cool. In addition, we know we do have Thane. There is a Voyage of Wonder that is coming up involving Thane. I believe there are more than one Voyage of Wonder that is coming up that does involve Thane, which again is going to be very cool to see. We also do have the new skin up here for Buzzline, so we do have the Lost Dream skin, which again is very cool. Then of course the Spring Surprise, absolutely amazing, guys. I love this one. Looking at the hero choices that you have, honestly, I would choose Flora. Flora would be the very, very first one that I pick, like we talked about before. A big reason for that is once you do get Flora built up to 5 stars, you can actually exchange extra copies if you do pick them up for other Celestials and Hypogean heroes. In addition, when you look at the Celestial Tower, building out Wukong, building out Flora are relatively cheap. In addition, they do provide a considerable amount of damage or defense when it comes to the Celestial Tower, especially when you get into 2 teams. You can really fill in the gap with the free copies that we've gotten of a lot of other heroes. Now, when it comes to the other tower, when it comes to the Hypogean Tower, Lucretia is really the driving factor within there. She will do exceptionally well, but Flora and Wukong both go in all of my formations that I currently have within that Celestial Tower right now. In addition, guys, you do get a ton of loot. There are some diamonds in here. You get some essence, you get some EXP, you get some gold, you get some coins. You get quite a bit out of here. Now, in addition, they also said there's going to be a code. I haven't seen the code yet for the Labor Day events or the Labor Day holidays. So guys, remember to follow AFK Arena over on social media. This is all up on the Facebook page. I just wanted to cover it kind of in an inclusive video here. I hope it helped a little bit with the engraving and some of the other things that are going to be coming up on the global servers pretty soon. That way I kind of give you a heads up. Engraving is really tricky when a lot of players say, hey, what hero should I go ahead and do the rewind on? If you're not too sure, you can actually go ahead in here and rewind a hero, and ultimately if you build them back, that's what it is, guys. So let's say we wanted to rewind a star right here. If I went ahead and rewound it, I'm going to get these back. Ultimately, if I decide, hey, overall it would be beneficial to have a star built up, you can actually go back and just rebuild her again, which is a pretty cool factor. Again, I said I'm not going to use this one, so even though we go a star, boom, it'll be reset once during the event. We get all of our essence back. So if I did want to go back and build a star and find out, a star is a hero that I did want to keep with the engraving, I can just go right back in here and I can engrave a star right back. Again, building them up versus just losing the engraving rewind in its entirety. So again, guys, that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.